In this video, we're going to do a Bible study with artificial intelligence. I am on the ChatGPT software. It's super dope from OpenAI. And what we're going to do is we're going to just start talking about the Bible with it and asking it to explain the Bible to us. So let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I'm going to say is, what are the most important political issues to Christians in America? Boom. Let's find out what Christians care about. Full disclosure, I was a child pastor, but that was like 20 years, 15 years ago, and I don't go to church anymore. No hate in my heart for it, but it's just not my belief system. But let's see what the AI does. It's difficult to determine the most important political issues all Christians in America, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to see a couple issues it cares about. Abortion, religious freedom, social justice, marriage and family values, environmental stewardship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 5 things that ChatGPT gave me, and I'm going to ask it to talk about it. So we'll start with abortion. What does the Bible say about abortion? And why this is so crazy is ChatGPT has the entire Bible inside of it. I've been playing around with it before I pressed record. I gave it a couple issues, and it was able to pull out Bible verses, give me citations, and we're going to see it do that right now. So even if you were using Google, you could find what someone else had written, but usually that's going to have an agenda. One of the reasons why I think this is so cool as an ability to use software to try to understand literature is, in theory, this software doesn't have an agenda. It's not, it doesn't go to church, it doesn't think, it doesn't feel. So when it aggregates all those different things, it should be a pretty neutral position. So let's see. About abortion. The Bible does not explicitly mention the issue of abortion. However, the sanctity of human life is a central tenet of Christian teaching, and many Christians believe that all human life is sacred and created by God. Sounds right so far. As such, many Christians believe that abortion is morally wrong because it involves the termination of a human life. One passage that is often cited in discussions is that Psalm 139, verse 13 and 16, which says, "For you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame," ChatGPT stated the issue. They found Bible verses that relate to it, and it's even given us some commentary at the bottom. It's important to note that there are a variety of perspectives on the issue of abortion within the Christian community, and these different Christians may have different views. And that's completely true. I've met Christians that are pro-life, pro-choice. Man, that's a heavy one to start with, but we're just going to kind of let ChatGPT guide the conversation. This next one's going to be religious freedom. So we're going back to that list, and I'm going to say, what are Bible verses about religious freedom? And so we're not only allowing the AI to pick the issues, but also to write the arguments. So here we go. There are several Bible verses that speak to the concept of religious freedom. Here are a few examples. Romans 14, 5 through 6. One person esteems one day as better than another, while another esteems all days alike. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind. The one who observes the day observes it in honor of the Lord. The one who eats, eats in honor of the Lord. It's actually a pretty good verse. I hadn't seen that one in a while. Galatians 5, verse 1. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery. I guess that's Christian freedom. I don't know if that's religious freedom, though. 1 Corinthians 8, verse 9. But take care that the right of yours does not somehow become a stumbling block to the weak. This verse reminds believers to be mindful of the impact their actions and beliefs may have on others. That's a really good thought. Man, is ChatGPT a preacher? Did we just create the first artificial intelligence preacher? And would you go to a church service? By the way, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. This channel, Embrace the Overlords, is about playing with new technology. This last couple weeks, we've been playing with ChatGPT, but there's a lot of other cool stuff involving not only virtual reality, but the metaverse and potentially crypto that I want to be getting into. Let's do the last verse. John 8, verse 32. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. This verse suggests that the truth and freedom are closely connected. That is true. One thing I personally believe is that everybody should be allowed to think what they want and research what they want and ask questions. But let's finish this issue. Okay. Social justice. Many Christians believe it's important to care for the poor and marginalized. Many support political candidates that address issues such as poverty, racial justice. I think this is going to be one of the easiest ones, but what does the Bible say about protecting the poor? We're going to give it a layup. The Bible has many passages that speak about the importance of caring for the poor and protecting their rights. Here are a few examples. Could you just imagine if the artificial intelligence was like a Southern Baptist preacher? The Bible has many passages that speak about the importance of caring for the poor and protecting their rights. Here's just a few examples. Proverbs 31:9. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy. I think we're there. I think we've got, we just need a voice modulator, throw it on top, and we've created an AI preacher. If you guys want me to do a video where I make an AI preacher, just go ahead and comment in the chat section. But let's see what else it's got here about the poor. James 2:15, verse 16. If a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of them says to you, go in peace, be warm and filled, without giving them the things they need for the body, what good is that? I love that Bible verse. It's basically saying, thoughts and prayers. Yeah, that's great. But if you don't feed the person, if you don't try to do what you can to take care of them, then you're not really following the way. The way, the truth, and the light. Okay, let's see. I think we have time for one more. Marriage and family values. Oh, it's going to be really, really dicey. Let's go down to environmental stewardship instead. I'm not trying to make this a bad video. I'd like everyone to, we're just doing this academically. I don't have an agenda here. Environmental stewardship. Okay. So what does the Bible say about protecting the environment? I misspelled it and I didn't use a question mark, but I think this software is smart enough to understand what I meant. And we see it right there. The Bible contains many passages that speak to the importance of caring for the environment and being good stewards of the earth. Here's a few examples. Again, if you were a preacher, you could use this to prep, most of your sermon. Genesis 2:15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. I don't know how relevant that is. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. One thing that's interesting is so much of the Bible, I don't think anyone would disagree with this, it comes down to interpretations, right? And I think that one of the things that's impressed me the most so far with ChatGPT is it's not just reading text and giving it back to you. It's actually able to do analysis of the text. So, let's try one more thing here. And this was going to be definitely an interpretation, right? What is the most important theme of the book of Leviticus in the Bible? And I misspelled Leviticus because of course I did. That is a hard word. Genesis. I just changed the word. You ever change a word because you can't spell it? You're like, no, all right. So we just asked it, what is the most important theme of the book of Genesis in the Bible? And now let's see what the summary looks like. The book of Genesis is the first book of the Hebrew Bible and the Christian Old Testament. It's important in both Judaism and Christianity, and it contains many themes that are central to these religions. One of the most important themes is the concept of creation. The book tells the story of how God created the universe and all that's in it, including the earth and all living things. This theme is central to the belief systems of both Judaism and Christianity. It establishes the idea that God is the creator and sustainer of all things. All right, guys, we did it. We just did a Bible study with artificial intelligence. And now I'm thinking maybe we need to go a step further and see if we could create an artificial intelligence preacher. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to embrace the overlords. Bye.